Hey guys, I'm at Arc L1 right now. I'm picking up some refined stuff that I was mining out of my Ironclad home base the other day, but I won't be going back to the Ironclad, unfortunately. I had to abandon the ship, and I'll explain how that occurred. So basically, I was flying the Ironclad towards one of the mining stations. I can't really remember which one. And I got popped out of quantum, and of course my command module disconnects. I was pretty close to the mining station at this point, so I decided, well, I will just go ahead and park the ship here and then take the Golem Ox with all of my ore pods and go get them refined. Lo and behold, I get out of my seat and then I get the pressure bug that starts crushing me to death. And I was like, okay, I know the solution for this. I'm not gonna worry here. All I have to do is take off my helmet. So I take off my helmet and I start suffocating. And I was like, what the heck is going on? I started running towards the bottom of the command module where there's an extra exit door. And I was like, okay, I'll just get out of this exit door right now. And then I open the door and I start jumping out. But then I realize, fuck, I forgot to put on my helmet. I grab my helmet to put back on. But midway through the animation, I die. I saw my body in space without my helmet. My helmet was in my hands and it started floating away from my body. And I said to myself, I hope I don't respawn without my helmet. And I did. I respawned back in the Ironclad in my Nursa, and I had no helmet at all. And I was trapped inside of the Nursa because I was like worried that if I exit the Nursa, that the ship's gonna kill me again. I don't have a helmet on. Maybe I forgot my cargo door was open. There's some kind of air leak somewhere. So I had no idea what to do. And so I decided, okay, well, I'm gonna open this door and just figure it out. And hopefully I can make it to one of the ships parked in my hangar. Luckily, the hangar door was closed when I opened the Nursa, so that was good, and I was able to breathe, and there was no pressure bug at that point inside of the main hangar. So my next issue is that I have no helmet. How the heck do I get out of here safely? I had to open the hangar door and then run to my ship without suffocating. So the closest ship to lever was, in this case, my Golem, and not my Golem Ox, which had all of my mining goods on it. And so I had to open the lever, run to my Golem, then fly the Golem to a station. In this case, I went to Arc L5 and I was like, I'll buy a helmet here. I get to the station and I just now learned that L5 means rest, and it's a rest stop. There's no armor for sale at all. So I'm out of luck. I gotta go fly somewhere else to get another helmet. So I fly over to Arc L2. I get my helmet at Arc L2 and then I have to decide, what do I do with the ship? So I try to fly back to the ship and I get the stuff in my body, all of my goods. Then I try to get back in the command module and it starts to kill me again. What the hell? And I know if I take off my helmet at this point, I'm going to suffocate like I did before. So I get out of the command module and I decide I need to abandon ship. Because I had my helmet at that point, I got into the hangar and I loaded up the Golem Ox with all of my valuables in this case. And I dipped out to Arc L1, which is where I am now. I get here and I start offloading my stuff and I realize, wait a minute, I own other ships. Long story short, I took my Polaris, which, yeah, I have a Polaris. It's a CCU'd one, so I didn't spend anywhere near the purchase price of a Polaris, and I loaded up the Polaris with all my goods and my ship, everything but the Nursa, because I couldn't get the Nursa out, and I logged out. I was totally done with this. Or that's a lie, I didn't log out just yet. I took the Golem Ox and took all the mining goods that I had from my mining session with the Ironclad, took it to Arc L1 to refine, and now I'm picking it up. So now let's take the Golem Ox with all of our mining goods and let's head back to the Polaris, because I parked it kind of close by. I couldn't get it to dock to the station because of docking bugs, I guess. So it is now my temporary home base. Now, talking about the Polaris, guys, it's really not my preferred ship. I've said it in the comments of my last video a little bit with others who asked me the question. I think it has a lot of capabilities that are just better than the Ironclad Assault in this case, and yet I still don't prefer it. It doesn't speak to me. And also there's some things about it that makes it kind of inconvenient to use. I don't really like how you move around in the ship as much as I do with the shared garage in the Ironclad. Oh gosh, come on. Why can't I get any of the stuff off? Oh man, these 1SCU boxes are gonna be the death of me. They are really wedged in there. I guess I have to pull this thing off for a second and just unclog this. I really like this kind of stuff, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I love home-based gameplay. I like that it's inconvenient, if that makes sense, and that not everything's perfect. It's kind of the draw of the game for me in this case. I think the Polaris has some of those qualities that I like, where not everything's perfect, which is great, but it's just not my style ship, I gotta say. I kind of wish the bridge was somewhere else in the Polaris and not on the front, if that makes sense. But also, it's just, again, the setup of the ship is kind of weird to me. Uh-oh, that's not good. Hold on. We will just use our handy dandy tractor beam. I think we should be good. Nothing forgotten? Greasy. Okay. What? Wait. Huh? 2 empty spots? Oh no. I could have totally taken another ore pod. Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. Okay. Okay, so I don't need that empty box. I'm gonna go get another ore pod. Because I could use another ore pod in the home base. Oh man. What a day. Let's load this bad boy in. Okay, now we should be good to go, right? Nothing falling out of the ship? Alright, let's get out of here. And again, this Polaris should be parked nearby. Let's hope this quantum stuff works. Perfect. Home base, here I come. As I said, I was parked really close here. This is my strategy with most home bases. I park pretty dang close to points of interest, but not that close. And I'm back, guys. The refugee boat. Okay, let's see. I just kind of want to show you guys how I've been managing in this ship. Hope I'm not landing on any of my valuable ships at the moment. Welcome to my Polaris, everybody. Again, so what I was saying about the Polaris earlier, I don't prefer the Polaris, not because I think it's worse than the Ironclad Assault as a home ship. I think, in fact, it might be the best home ship available in the game for just about any solo player, especially with hangar services now. It's just that I don't really like the logistics of living out of this ship with the separated hangar and cargo. It's so separated that it actually makes moving cargo from here to the bottom floor pretty inconvenient. I would say that maybe the design of like a Anvil Liberator will be a lot more convenient in theory, and I can see myself using that as a home base, but for this ship, not so much. But yeah, anyways, this is all the stuff that I was able to save. I saved pretty much all of the ships that could go airborne, but yeah, I guess now I'm gonna be using this as my home ship for all future game sessions because it's just a little bit safer to use realistically. Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody.